Hey folks, welcome to the pre-Halloween program, and Ronnie is, he's going to put on his mask next week. Tomorrow night he's going to put on his mask, so tonight he's just being his usual self.
Welcome to the Wild Bob and Bob Show.
Hello folks, welcome to the show. We're real pleased to be with you, and I hope maybe we might say something that'll tickle your innards, make you feel better, or enjoy life a little better. We don't know what we will do here tonight. So Ronnie, I'm sure, has got a whole big bag of tricks all time waiting. And also, if you want to go out Rob Ronnie's house tomorrow night, he's going to be waiting for you to come out there and trick or treat.
Bring candy.
Huh?
Bring candy.
You bring your own candy?
Yeah, we'll have a party.
That's the truth. Tell me, is there anything going on that is noteworthy that we need to mention?
Well, I'm just wondering, and I'm asking this question to people out there in television
land, yeah. Okay.
Is there anything to the rumor that a former mayor is serving as a morning DJ on a radio station in a neighboring county?
No, what do you think?
I don't know. I'm just asking. Has anybody heard any rumors about former mayors becoming DJs on a morning radio show in a neighboring county?
Well, yeah. Just don't know.
I don't know either. That's a rumor, though.
I'm
all on rumors.
I've made mention of this before, and I'm going to do it again because, I remember the good old days, where motorcycles wasn't the only thing that was loud going down the street, You put whatever kind of muffler or no muffler you want to on the car, and it didn't seem to hurt anybody's sensitive ears back then.
Yeah.
And I'd like to stop me the other night because I had a tail light out. I appreciate that.
Yeah, you need to know if you got a tail light out.
But I was stopped by a sheriff on, what do you call this, Jacksboro Pike?
Yeah.
Central Avenue, whatever it is there. And
again?
No,
again?
this is just
okay.
the other night.
I thought maybe I was the presence of a real desperado.
Last Wednesday night when I was coming to the show, and like I say, I appreciate that because I honestly did not know the light was out, and I went the next morning, and because everything was closed, unless I wanted to drive all the way down to Walmart, Wally World. So I waited till the next day and got a couple of them cheap tail light bulbs.
So you're legal
about
now?
$4 up my face.
You're legal now? Did you go to Napa? That's trust.
I went to Napa.
Cross my
$4.37. You get two of them. Okay?
Well, that's $2.15.
$2 a piece plus
18 and a half
a
cents.
little less than $2 a piece is what it is.
That's at Napa, across
What I was going to remark about, Jacksboro Pike, all of your law enforcement agencies here, and I'm not necessarily kicking this, I'm throwing it out as an observation. All of them troll up and down Jacksboro Pike.
That's where the money's at.
I know that is, but you can be committing murder and everything else out here on the side streets, and they are trolling up and down Jacksboro Pike.
Well, you're sooner or later going to get on that big road.
Well, yeah, so if you get through town, you're going to have to get on Jacksboro Pike somewhere. And I understand that unless you got a helicopter or one of them lightweight airplanes, whatever. Maybe you could go up to, what's the name of that resort up there? That you went to, is up on top of the mountain up here?
You talking about McLeod Mountain?
Yeah, McLeod. Unless you want to go up to McLeod Mountain, rent your hang glider, and then
It'd be
just
hard to
sell
go
on,
up, you can go down, but you can't go up much.
yeah,
Them
and
hang
sell over to Pollock and Jacksboro and Caryville, and let them arrest you over there in Anderson County.
I'd much better rather be arrested in Anderson County
Right,
than Campbell
but
County.
now, there is an advantage of getting arrested in Campbell County. The,
Closer to home?
court costs is cheaper.
Oh, okay. And we know BC bonding too.
Huh?
We know about BC
Well,
bonding.
yeah, he's actually legal for Anderson County, he wants to go over there. And, but I was down across from, Food City today, and we'll tell you this example here in a minute of trolling up and down,
Oh,
hey,
Hello.
hello.
hey, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Fine.
Okay.
Is this the radio station?
Yes, it
Yes,
is.
it is. You're on the Wild Bob and Ronnie show.
Okay, I thought I called the wrong number. I ain't on air, am I?
Yes.
Yeah, you're live. You're live.
Oh, gosh.
Live and in
Yeah,
person.
they can't
You're
see.
about Halloween.
They can't see how pretty you are, but go ahead and talk to us.
I had a question about Halloween.
Well,
Okay?
it's tomorrow night. What else do you know?
Well, see, I was told they wasn't doing it until the 1st.
Well, I don't think they can move Halloween without a little bit of
No,
discussion.
no, not unless Barack Obama does it. He's the one that has the authority to move Halloween.
I'm surprised he's not tried to.
Well, it's
we
just
may
a matter
have.
of
We
time.
don't know it. You know, he's bad to lie about things anyhow, so he may have moved it.
But it won't affect your insurance.
And won't fix
You're-
nothing. But make it worse.
No, it won't affect your insurance
No,
even if they
your
move it.
insurance be good on Halloween night, according to Barack Obama.
Oh, good. I was planning on having a good old accident. Thank God I know it'll be covered.
Yeah, you'll be all right.
Right, yeah, you will be. That is
I'm taking my little boy.
Yes.
Now, as far as I know, everything's on tomorrow night. I bought my girlfriend a new broom.
Yeah. I bought his
Going
girl.
in there, Brian?
I bought his girlfriend a new broom too.
Yeah, he bought my girlfriend a new broom too.
Wow, so I'm going to be able to see a witch flying over the moon tomorrow?
You might. You know his girlfriend, do you? Well, she's the one that'll be flying over the moon.
Right, have you got Comcast?
No, I don't, sir.
Do you have a computer?
Yes.
Okay, just go ahead and go to UGTV, and you actually can get a rerun and hear yourself
Yeah.
on.
Go to UGTV.tv and you can see yourself or hear yourself on
Right.
television.
Yeah,
we'll
you can
we'll
catch.
rebroadcast it tomorrow.
Right, you can tomorrow. You can hear yourself on the computer.
Ain't
Well,
that great?
thank you.
Right, that's
How-
UGTV.tv.
How old is this youngster you've got?
He's 5 years old.
Well, now he should enjoy Halloween. Just make sure he gets some good candy and has fun
Right.
because he's only young one time.
I do like I do. I had to taste all of it, you know.
Yeah, you need to sample every piece and make sure there's nothing in there.
I go through it and I pick out and make sure he
I
has
pick
one
out-
and I have 5.
I picked out everything I wanted.
Especially the peanut butter chocolate stuff. You need to double sample that. You never know when something might be snuck
Right.
in.
And if you pick out a few Mound and Hershey bars for me, you can come back and reverse trick or treat me tomorrow.
Alright.
Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from LaForward.
Okay.
Okay, good.
Well, now, we don't know anything about any sort of rearrangement of
No.
Halloween, but Halloween is officially tomorrow night if somebody don't mess up somewhere.
Right.
Right. Well, they postponed everything around here.
That's
I
right.
didn't know.
They'll probably find a way to tax it too.
Right.
Right. They gotta find out how to mess up the economy somehow.
Yes, ma'am, we've experienced that.
All right, well, look, you have a good night.
Thank you for calling.
Appreciate you calling. Call us again. Let us know how the candy was.
Thank you, Dad. Now, you were discussing
Now,
something.
as I was saying before, I was so pleasantly
Yeah, pleasantly.
interrupted. That was a pleasant interruption. We appreciate that. We like people who just happen to stumble in
We
here.
just had
you
a
know.
new guest come in here.
Yeah,
Hang
do
on,
that,
we get
yeah.
him over here.
Make sure you got my good side now, because I don't want her to.
Am I late?
Yeah. What I was telling you today,
Yeah,
to reinforce what I'm saying, you know, you see the Lapallet police, they go down
yeah. And then they
and they come back.
Yeah.
They go down and they
Then
come
they come
back.
back,
you
yeah.
know.
Don't
Then
get me in
they-
any trouble, I gotta go home now.
Then if they have to stop anybody, there's always two cars involved, so I don't see why we want to just put two in one car, and that way we'll.
Save car.
That'd save a lot of
Yeah, hadn't
lot
thought
of
of that.
gas. But now the sheriff's department is getting in the act.
No, you don't
Here
want-
they come up the road, they make a U-turn, they go back down.
Yeah.
Make another U-turn, come back up the road, they all are fishing.
I met two in Grassburg last night.
To what?
Two sheriff's cars.
Really?
I felt real safe.
Oh, I know that, yeah, yeah.
I mean, in fact, they were on past
Now,
Grassburg.
once I get off of Jacksboro Pike, you know, it may not be quite as safe unless you go to where the goats are. Now, if you go to where the goats are, they're real bad to keep, I mean, they're good.
You know, they gotta apprehend all them
They're
goat
good to
farmers.
keep an eye out on the goats.
Oh, TV.
Hey,
Hey, how you doing there?
doing
Pretty
great.
good, pretty good.
Good. Sounds like winter.
Are you still alive?
Yeah.
We've been worried about you.
Yeah, we were.
Yeah, I've had a lot of problems this summer.
I understood you'd been kinda under the weather. The guy told me that just as early as today, recently as today. Well, I've been worried about you. I'm glad you're okay.
Yeah,
I mean,
we're glad to hear from you.
Yeah, the weather and then, no accident on me again, so, it ain't no big deal.
as long as it's a thumping, you're still alive, though.
Oh, yeah, I ain't going nowhere. The old man upstairs is, so
Yeah, well,
I don't worry about it.
really, I had been a little concerned about you. You lost your buddy, didn't you?
Yeah, and I lost my brother, too.
I didn't know about
Brother
that.
passed away August 5th.
Didn't know about that. I know your internet buddy kind of made an unexpected departure.
Yeah, well, Ricky's, he had extremely bad heart, and we had a lot of medical issues he's dealing with. And, I hate that.
Well, I did too, you know. I ain't gonna have no friends left if they don't straighten up.
But all was gone, ain't it?
Yeah. Well,
Well, you know, the good thing about living along like me, you outlive your enemies too.
I don't know about that. I got more enemies than you got, I reckon.
Hey, I wanted to give you all a special invite to the Veterans Day Parade.
Well, I don't think I'm exactly worthy, but I'd like for you to tell your information and we'll see what happens.
Okay, it's, November 10th,
Mm-hmm.
and,
That's the day before the traditional Veterans Day, ain't it?
Veterans Day, yes, sir.
Yeah.
And, comes on a Monday, but we didn't want to block traffic all.
Is that on a Monday?
It is
no,
now.
it's on a Sunday.
Huh?
It is now, right?
Well, we got to accommodate the people at work.
Okay. Well, we're quit interrupting you. Just go ahead and tell us, Roger.
And, the lineup is, start between 1 and 1:15. And, all veterans and,
where's the parade gonna be?
Okay, the starting point is at the Methodist Church across from the hospital,
Uh-huh,
and it'll go to Sonic.
okay. Well, that goes through the heart of town, down on the south end.
Down by the A-frame.
Yeah, yeah.
There,
And it starts at what time?
Beach Street. And,
Wait a minute, did you say it goes down Beach Street?
no, it goes
Okay.
down
Okay,
the main drag.
Yeah.
And then,
stops there where Beach Street comes in.
they
What,
hang a left right before you get to, well, they hang left right there at Sonic.
what time is this gonna be?
The parade starts at 2 o'clock.
And November the 10th.
It starts at 2 o'clock, is that right?
Yep.
November 10th, 2 o'clock. And, if anybody wants to put a military themed float in, we're giving away, extremely nice, cash prizes for first, second, third, fourth, and I believe fifth place. And, it's going to be pretty good when we got a lot of people that's said they're going to be there, and a lot of new things that's going to be there, and hopefully we'll have military vehicles we can promise on. So
Mostly it's just a way to honor those who have served.
Right. I hate you not coming down by our place. I was gonna give you a 21 gun salute.
If we could find 21 guns.
Yeah, I haven't got but 3 guns. I'm 18 guns shy right now.
You just had to shoot them 7 times.
Maybe I could throw it.
You know you can't afford enough. You can't find enough ammunition to do a 21 gun.
Maybe I could throw a knife or two to make up for the
Yeah,
gun.
you know.
I know it.
Yeah.
It's a shame, you know, that's
Hard to start a war if you can't get no ammunition, ain't it?
Well, that goes along with Obamacare, you know.
I saw an Obama Biden sticker today, bumper sticker.
Did you?
Yeah.
On the car?
Yeah, an old car.
what's that?
It's an
That's a
Obama
bra-
Biden.
That's a brave soul.
Yeah. Well, he works for, he's a government employee, so I guess.
It was a government employee.
Yeah, who else would have one?
Right. It has to be a government employee.
Yeah. I hope we ain't offending you, Roger. But I mean, that may be your man in the White House, but,
Oh, Lord, no, I can't, man, I can't.
well, you know, we just got stuck with what we got. We gotta live with it, I reckon.
Yeah, there's talk tonight on, O'Reilly that, if they could, get him alive,
No.
it'd be impeachable. You know, he could be impeached.
No, they ain't gonna catch him alive,
He's
cause
a
it,
god.
they ain't gonna catch him alive.
That's about all he does is lie.
You know, I asked about you the other day, and a guy told me that I mean, he kind of come up in conversation. I asked about you, and he said you'd been kind of ailing, and I'm glad you called. I hope you get straightened out.
We were concerned about you.
You know, they were wanting to do a bypass,
We wanted to do a lobotomy, did you say?
pardon?
Were they wanting to do a lobotomy?
Probably. They was gonna do a heart bypass.
Yeah.
They won't do it, my heart's down to 43%, pumping, you know.
Well,
They said, can't take a chance, that's too low. So we're gonna put me in some cardiac therapy, and try to build it up and build the lungs up.
yeah, maybe you ought to start jogging.
Sure, I tell you what, I can walk about 100 foot, and that's about it.
I'll tell you what,
Well, you could join the Senior Olympics and do the 100-foot dash.
anybody that worries about foolishness or money or anything like that ain't never been sick, have they? I mean, if you can be well, you can manage anything if you got any gumption.
That's about as bad as drinking some of that mater juice.
Oh, buddy, don't drink no rotten mater juice. I heard it wasn't good for you.
Lord, no, it burns me up anyway.
Well, you
Oh,
kind of,
it burns me up.
fella I know drunk some of the,
Well, if it's got things growing in it and swimming around in it, don't drink it.
Lord, no,
I know a fella tried that, but you know, Bob will do anything to test our advertisers, and he hadn't ever had any experience with Care. So, I mean, he'd already tested BC Bond and found out they would get him out of jail. And then he went,
We'll be doing ours as long as we don't start advertising for funeral home.
yeah, he ain't doing no funeral home advertising.
you know, you're getting a feedback in your phone.
No, I didn't.
You're in my ear.
It's probably the hollering that's in my head that's causing it.
It's rattling around inside Bob's ears there, cleaner.
Well, I wanted to call you. I haven't talked to you in a long time.
Well, call back again. We've enjoyed it.
Yeah,
It don't
we
matter.
miss hearing you.
I won't call you. I still think the world.
Take care of yourself and don't forget the duck.
Yeah.
Okay, and like I said, you got a special invite to the parade.
Well, we just might show up and we invite
We just might wheel the mighty brook around there and put it in the
We
parade.
get Bob's truck started.
Yeah.
I don't know where you could enter a
Is
truck.
it downhill?
Yeah, it is to start with. You can coast about, well, if you get to the swag there, they'll have a light turned off. You might get up enough steam to make it, Bob. If not, we'll push it.
Yeah, there we go.
Thank you, Roger. Take care.
There's some way.
Take care of
Let's see
yourself.
about it.
We'll see you.
Right. Well, that's good.
Yeah. I'm glad he's still kicking. You know, he ain't too bad of a fella
Right.
for the change he's had.
He sounded good, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm still thinking about what you said, though, about going down to Napa. What'd you go to Napa for?
I went down there to get my tail light bulb.
Yeah, that's what I thought you said.
Yeah.
That's across my GA.
Right across, that's
562.
exactly where I went.
562-9406.
Right,
Did
yeah.
you call and ask if they had any taillight bulbs? Or,
No, I just knew they had
or did
some.
you just assume that since they was Napa, they'd have
I mean, that's about like calling the dairy and asking if they got any milk.
Calling Digger and asked him if he's got gas.
I'll call Digger's propane and ask him if he got gas.
Everybody knows Digger's got gas.
He's got to know that he's
I
got
mean, he's been here,
propane
he was
too.
here 2 or 3 weeks in a row, and I can testify Digger's got gas.
Right, he
Yeah.
sure has.
He sure does. He said he did.
Right, yeah.
562,
And his wife
5444.
will-
Right in the middle of the road in Sawmill Holler, and he's got gas for
His
all
wife
occasions.
will attest to the fact.
Yeah, he's got gas for all occasions.
Yeah. Propane too.
Yeah, propane, he got that. He's got that there propane that,
48 different flavors of propane.
yeah, he can warm you up when you're cold all the way to the bone.
Seriously, folks, you need to go on down there and get your propane. He takes and purges those tanks, you know. And that makes a difference because if not, they'll fill up with just air.
Yeah,
And
air don't burn. good.
you purge that thing and get you an
You can burn air in the presence of propane.
Yeah.
Problem is, there ain't a lot of propane. You're gonna have to do it the other way to get
Right.
you some propane.
You get an honest 20 pounds of propane, a 20 pound cylinder.
I don't understand this phone, 'cause it says we got a call, and ain't any one of these lines lit up.
Why? What they
It ain't worked right in a week or two. But, here's the thing about it. I am using Digger's propane to heat my house almost exclusively this winter. And so far, I'm real happy.
Right, yeah.
Thing about propane, if you've got one of those ventless propane heaters, it don't dry out your nose. If you've got electric heat, nothing wrong with electric heat, it'll make you warm. Right now, it's not a bad buy. But if you've ever noticed, everything gets so dry. Your skin starts peeling and your nose is all stuck together and everything's bad. And it's just so dry.
I tell you what you'll do, you go to bed without the electric heat, instead of getting up looking like being fresh as a daisy, you'll
Wake
get
up
up
looking
looking
like Bob.
like me, looking like the last rose of summer.
And you wake up and your throat's dry and your nose is dry. You got to get a drink 2 or 3 times maybe through the night.
Right.
But much moisture in the air as the heat takes out, so that's the way to go. 562-5444.
All your propane.
Oh,
Hey.
Hey, how you fellas doing this evening?
pretty good.
Yeah, I got a quick question. I live right behind my false money. They're up on the hill county across from you all.
Uh-huh.
And Friday evening during the Campbell County game, my black lab got missing. They shot them fireworks. He crawled in there.
Scared your dog off?
And he's a black male lab, about 5-year-old. He ain't been home since.
Well, now, wait a minute. He is a black Labrador retriever, right?
Yes,
Labrador retriever. What is he, about a 50-pound dog?
Yeah, probably about 65.
65. And he's down in Campbell County High School area, correct?
Yes, sir. We live right up on the hill there.
Okay.
Friday evening when they shot the fireworks, when they won the game, he got underneath the fence and got out. We haven't seen him since.
Okay, and that was this past Friday. Now, if somebody finds this animal, does he have a collar on?
No, he didn't have a collar. He stayed in the fence, so he didn't have a collar.
Okay. If anybody finds him, how do they contact you?
They call 562-5214.
562-5214?
Yes, sir.
5214. Is there any reward?
Well, yeah, I'd give him $100 or something. Brought my dog back.
In the first place, I think if anybody finds this animal, they ought to return him free. That's just my opinion. But if you happen to find him and, you know, you're just kind of having a hard time trying to get a little ahead for Christmas or something, he's offering $100 if you return his black Labrador retriever and lost in the Campbell County High School area. If I find him, I'll bring him to you.
I bet for $100 I may go steal him one.
Well, I won't charge anything. But if you find him, 562-5214,
Right.
and this guy'd like to have his animal back
I
because,
know. I love my dogs, and I know you love yours, you know.
and we won't.
Appreciate it, Ronnie. And if you want to get away with any kind of crime at all and pin it on Bob there, just wear that mask and everything.
Now, I thought that was Bob in incognito there.
Right, they can come down my place, they can call me at 562-2676.
Yeah. Look, seriously, people, we do a lot of foolishness, but when a guy loses his dog, it's one of the family too. So if you find this animal, and I'd say I'm relatively sure he's still going because I'm right there on the side of the road and I ain't seen no greasy spots. So if you find this man's animal, call me and I'll help you get him connected, or you can call 562-5214 and he'd like to have him back, and he'll even reward you for doing it.
Right. Well, hope you find him.
Guys, I really appreciate it.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Just not knowing is what bothers me, you know. I worry to death about him every night. At least it's been kind of warm for the past few nights, but I'd like to have him home.
Well, I understand. I hope you find him. If we
Sure
help,
do.
we will. Thank you for calling.
See ya.
See you.
Oh, TV.
I think I heard them take down on the trading post a couple of days ago, Josh Ayers one took down a phone number of where there was a black lab dog at. I can't remember where it was, so he needs to call the TV station in the morning.
Call, sir, we just talked to you at 562-5214. I hope you've turned your television back up and listened to us. We have a report here that your animal possibly was spotted. You need to call Josh tomorrow morning here at 562-1450 tomorrow morning and ask Josh if he's got the phone
He'll
number.
be on what, about 8 o'clock, I
I
think.
think so, and that's the trading post here on WLAF. Apparently they have, they've spotted your animal. I hope you get connected. Thank you, ma'am, and how are you doing?
I'm still doing
Well, that's good.
Have you got plenty of trick or treat?
good. I reckon you're doing all right.
What I want to know is if I wear my Bob mask tomorrow night, will you give me any candy if I show up at your doorstep?
If you come to my door, I'll give you a bunch of dum-dum suckers.
Well, I'm off them
All right,
dumb
good.
suckers.
Tootsie Rolls.
I'll be the only, you'll know who I am, I'll be the only bald-headed trick-or-treater in the bunch.
All right.
I'll be the good looking one.
I'll have the porch right on.
Okay, you leave it on.
See ya.
Them dumb suckers like.
Oh, we got them dumb suckers.
You
We
leave
like
the light
them.
on for us, we'll check, make sure it's not Motel 6.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you, ma'am.
See ya.
Well, we done 2 commercials. Reckon we ought to tell them about them people that rescued you when you ate that there rotten mater juice.
Well, I don't know, you know, evidently, they do other things
Do
and
they?
rush around and pick up people that's drunk up
Rotten mater
rotten
juice.
tomato juice.
What else do
Cause
they
they
do?
were just cruising out a Demery, you know, behind me. Of course, could go too fast cause, you know, I don't drive about 40, 45 miles an hour, not because I can't, you know what I mean? I can handle it going up there as fast as I wanna go, but
If you could get something and
that's
go that
just my
fast.
speed, you know.
Yeah.
And,
Fast as you can pedal.
when I go downhill, I open the door and drag my foot to slow it down so it won't go 45 miles an hour, you know.
I understand.
But they cruising right on up there, made a leisurely turn onto Sugar Hollow Road, and down the hill they went. And they don't have to use their sirens for most of their trips.
Did you call whenever you got alien and they called your ride? What number did they call? They called 911 and asked for vital care. Or did you dial that other number?
I dialed 562-9370.
Did you do it or somebody do it for
I
you?
called them.
You actually called them
Yeah,
yourself?
sure I did.
You
I
wasn't-
said, ooh, I'm hurt. Is that you, Bob?
Yeah, it's Bob. But you wasn't as near dead as they thought you was. Then, was you?
No. Hey, they're right on out there, right quick like.
Well, don't hold it against them for saving Bob. You meet them, you call them. They'll take care of you too.
Right. They're just practicing on me, folks.
Yeah, they just, kind of
Right.
spinning their wheels there, but they'll take care of you if you need some sort of a
But if
medical.
I had
They
needed,
got one of them
if I
ventilators.
had needed one of them mobile ventilators,
Yeah, they got them.
I know they would have had one.
Unless they got one, that big bus, that diesel deal that the Campbell County driving around, they've got the only mobile
They got
ventilator
the
around.
only mobile ventilator in the county.
That means if you can't get your breath, you need to call them and
Is
have
that
them
right?
ready.
Is that right?
562-9370 for vital care.
It beats going over at that church in Knoxville where back in the 1800s that preacher tried to bring a dead man back to life with all that electricity and everything.
What did he do, meld him?
No, they said he jumped and bucked and everything, but he never
He's
did.
still dead.
He was still
What
dead.
he wasn't dead till they electrocuted him.
That's right.
People use words funny. I hear that along. People say, I listened to a news report on Channel 6 one time years ago, and they said, talking about this guy got electrocuted, but they thought he was going to be okay. You don't do that. When you get electrocuted, you ain't okay. You dead.
Not if you are electrocuted.
Yeah.
You can get electrically shocked.
Yeah, but you don't get electrocuted and survive. That's dead.
That's about them, that's like them chihuahuas that were drugged. You know.
Yeah, drug it. Well, they don't have that same editor anymore, so I guess they quit dragging dogs, drugging dogs. But now that kind of bothers me. And something else is they'll talk about incidences.
Had one.
Incidences. You hear people educated and use the word incidences. Incidences is a word.
An incident, that's all it is.
Well, incidences is a word.
Isn't
And
it?
it's in the dictionary. But what it is, it has to do with the way, for instance, the way light impacts you shine light on them.
In the prison?
Yeah, and when the light shines on it, it's an incident. I mean, the incident is the way it describes the way it impacts, the way it meets. And if you can have incidences, and that's what that means. But people use incidences as a plural for incidents, and it's not.
No, you can't have one incident.
And another thing, there's a lot of people uses distribute anymore.
They use what?
Distribute. Distribution.
Let's see if we have an incident here.
Yeah, I've been incidented. But distribute distribute is not a word, it's distribute, and in distribution, but you don't know, it all started, in my opinion is, it started with Glenn Beck when he was talking about income redistribution, and he got talking about redistributed. You don't get redistributed.
Yeah, I've never heard of it. I mean, I don't
I
think
hear it a lot.
I don't think redistributing, is that the proper word?
Well, it's redistributed, but
Right.
people get these harebrained ideas, just like you and me. We actually think that we're speaking English, and most people would argue that if they came from the, up in the...
Depends on where they come from.
Yeah, they
Come
might
from
think,
Mars or...
or
or
New
something.
England,
Yeah.
New England, or maybe even Hollywood.
Well, we were talking about it yesterday, I believe it was, that some of your radio talk show hosts, mainly Geraldo Rivera, he doesn't think anybody that's south of the Mason-Dixon has any sense.
Well, I think you're probably right.
Hey!
Hey, good evening, gentlemen.
Well, howdy.
Hey, since things are a little slow, I read a couple of articles in the paper today, some real interesting stuff. I think part of it made the news. Did you hear about the airplane that crashed in Nashville yesterday?
And they didn't find them this morning?
Yeah.
Yeah, I read that.
Possibly 6 hours,
Yeah.
crashed on the runway,
Yeah.
and according to the paper, it burned.
Yeah, and they didn't find it. Some guys was flying over and saw the wreckage.
No,
About, 6 hours later?
No, he wasn't flying over. He went out the taxiway to take off. And you're sitting there.
Never did get off the ground. Well, he died. He died for his efforts.
That's what you would call a UFO, I guess, because it was an unidentified flying object.
I don't think you can call it a flying object if it never got off the ground.
I'm curious, with all the Homeland Security and everything we've got
Yeah.
down here in high tech, how in the world did a 172 Cessna make it into the airspace of an international airport, Nashville being an international?
Yeah.
How did he get into the airspace without being identified and whatever?
Well, he
How
was.
did he sit on a runway and burn of the night without anybody in the control tower knowing it?
Was he in or on the runway, or was he beside of the road?
No, it says, according to the paper, that he was on a taxiway.
Well, he was obviously liberal, and nobody had any reason to track him.
Right.
If he'd have been a redneck, they'd have had him on the radar
If
from
he'd
the time he
been
left home.
If he'd been a Tea Party member, he would have been on the president's bunch to watch, and they
Watch
would have
list.
known where he
Yeah,
was.
they had him down to a T.
Gentlemen, if you expand your imagination as to what the possibilities can be of an aircraft going into the airspace of an international airport,
Yeah.
undetected, and, he could have had on board 4 or 5 gallon of ice cream or something, it made a terrible disaster right there. You follow what I'm saying?
I understand exactly what you're saying. That ice cream is hazardous.
It sure is. Well, I feel a lot safer now. Anyhow, let me bring up a good subject here that I don't think it made the news. Everybody's hearing about the wind farm up on Buffalo Mountain.
Well, I hadn't heard about it, but I'm listening.
Well, the TVA, and I guess school board members are listening here, or somebody, or county commission,
Yeah.
they've got 3 of those big, gigantic, great windmills.
And bird killers?
Bird killers, yeah.
Yeah.
They're TVA homes.
Yeah.
These were the TVA's first 3 that they put up there.
Yeah.
And these other 15 are the government subsidized, whatever,
Okay.
windmills. But if the school board is needing some cheap electricity, right here is a good chance to buy 3 of those things. Just go ahead and buy them and send us the bill, we'll pay for them.
I have got something to say that's going to insult probably 10 school board members and 15 county commissioners. And not all of the county commissioners voted for it, but I think everybody on the school board did. If the smartest people in our county are running these things and they voted to put solar panels on our schools, if that's the smartest people we got in the county, we in one hell of a mess.
Well, I have a question. If solar panels are so whatever, I wonder why that the utility company, the city of La Follette, or the La Follette Utility
place, I don't think the Follett Utilities has got somebody running the place that's that dumb. I'm gonna give them that credit. The other thing is, if it was as good as our politicians seems to think it is, why do we have to pay property taxes, and why are we paying electric bills? Why are we not getting them to put a solar panel on the roof of every home in Campbell County? And not only is our taxes free, we make a profit for the year.
Well, I bet you there's.
Well, one thing a little bit more realistic. If it's so good, why do they have to subsidize it so heavily with state and federal money primarily, and a lot of times even local money and even private enterprise subsidies, if it's that good?
Gentlemen, I don't hear anybody defend it. I hear some talk on it as to how that things are producing in excess of what they're using and this type of stuff. But
Well, look,
they should have no problem.
they take away from the general population in this way, assuming, and this is a big leap for me, but assuming that they're actually generating enough electricity to justify their existence without the grant money that we got, which is taxpayer money, stealing from one person, using it for somebody else.
It came from working people.
But just assuming that that's true, if it's so great, why do they require, as part of the subsidy, why do they require the utilities to buy this electricity at retail value when they have to provide all the network to transport it from the generator source back to the utility? I mean, nobody.
That redistribution.
Yeah, it redistributing. Why is it? I mean, nobody in business ever buys at one price and sells at the same price and does all the transportation and distribution and expects to make a profit. This is harebrained, and it just ain't good. But that's the kind of people we have running this county, and I guess we'll just have to live with it. And if you don't like what I said, folks, I'm sorry. It's the truth.
The way this thing was done, the way that it was brought before the county commission, voted on the exact same night.
Wasn't going to cost anybody anything.
Took a recess, re-voted it, voted the same thing.
Yeah.
Twice in one meeting. The whole thing stinks. But
Just keep voting until you get the outcome you wanted.
that's right. If it hadn't passed the second vote, they'd went out to lobby and they'd come back and voted it again.
Yeah.
Probably. The point I was going to try to make though is why was it not brought before, like in a workshop, up for discussion, and brought to the county commission and the citizens and whatever, everybody been made aware of it, and back up just a little bit. This is one of the things that the county commission said they was not going to do, is bring something up at a meeting, not at a workshop, bring it up at a meeting and vote it right then.
Well, you know, they have to vote it in because you never know when somebody might come down there and want to talk for over 5 minutes and just ruin everything.
Well, gentlemen, these three windmills are the TVA's first three. They put them in 2000, so they can't be but about 13-year-old at the most.
Yeah.
So I think it'd be a great buy if the school board wants to buy those things, and we can set them up, and we could get rich. We could probably do away with property taxes with these things.
I'm sure we could.
Gentlemen, appreciate you.
Oh, wait just a minute. Wait a minute. These windmills, are they DC or they'd have to be DC generators, right?
If you don't have DC, you'd have to maintain some sort of an RPM.
Do you suppose we could buy them? Because one of the peculiar things about a DC motor is it can work as a generator or as a motor, either one. So I'm thinking,
Fans, couldn't we?
I'm thinking we could buy that, and we could make us a barge, and we could use that for motor, and we could drive it down there to Norris and use it for that convention center. Have a motor there.
Yeah.
There you go. Well, I kind of thought that we might.
It wouldn't cost the county any money.
No, it'd be free.
Yeah.
Well, I kind of thought that if they are DC, we could set them up here on top of the mountain, and during these real hot summer days when it's running 100 degrees, we could turn them on and keep this valley cool, see?
Well, hadn't thought of that.
Yeah, keep the valley good.
I hadn't thought of it.
Appreciate your time.
Thank you, sir.
Appreciate you.
Speaking of Dixie Concrete, you know they got the hardest concrete known to man?
Yeah, they have.
They sent core drilling experts out and everything and can't figure out how they make it so hard
I'm
and
gonna tell you
good.
what, too. They are really running them trucks up and down the hill out there on
Yeah,
Denver.
I've been a meeting them and they doing real
Or they're
good.
going out to Heather's.
Somewhere out there.
You know, I have the whole place out there
Well, they
concrete.
was taking the septic system out there yesterday when I went
Right.
through. They got septic systems, you know.
They were one
And
story jobs.
and
They were-
concrete, they got concrete, yeah.
Yeah,
They got sand and gravel,
yeah.
yeah, they got that too. They
Right.
got them big old chunks you can use for boat anchors or retaining walls, what, they got that.
Yeah, they do.
Dixie
Sure do.
Concrete,
And you
562
need some-
5656.
You need some sand for your cat box. They even got
Yeah.
that. They probably just give you a bucket of that sand.
Well, we ain't advertising or giving away sand, but they're good people to do business with, I'll tell you that. What else going on, Bobby T? You got anything to sell down your way?
Well, no, I don't know what I have or not. Really, yeah, I got a bunch of stuff. I got, I got two real good natural gas wall heaters.
Not to be confused with that unnatural gas.
I've got 4 propane wall heaters. 2 of them are yours, and
I've got-
I've got 2.
Okay, I've got 2 more if you run
And,
out of them.
okay, all right, okay. But we ain't gonna run out because we got a potential of 6.
Well, the rest of it. Ooh, I gotta turn that down. Whoa, 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 whoa. The rest of it is Bob and me trying to sell stuff. And you know where we're at if you want to buy something. So, that was what we did last night. Took me a little while to get this thing in gear. I hope it pans out okay. Thanks for watching. We do appreciate it.